So that was kind of what I was looking at yesterday, and it's actually quite bullish. Huh? I always like to present options, you know, so people can see what's possible. I don't like to always remain specifically one-sided in my analysis. You know, there's always bearish possibilities when it comes to price action, but you know, it's looking quite bullish. It's looking quite bullish. People are buying, and you can see that. You can see that you're getting interest in this token. The selling has stopped. That's what I feel. The selling has stopped. And what's good about TRVL is that we're back into this prolonged range. We're back into that range. You know, that's kind of that gives me a lot of confidence. Also gives me confidence that we're above this high volume node, and that's acting as support. So I don't necessarily expect this to just go up to the moon. It could just consolidate here for as long as it needs to before it takes the next step up. And that's kind of what I'll be looking for. I'll be looking to see if we can escape this value area. That's really the first sign of continued strength that I'll be interested to see. If we can escape this value area and kind of consolidate above it, and underneath this 236, we're at 5. I don't necessarily think we're just going to go through this fib level. I don't expect that. What I do think would be okay is if we can just get underneath it and consolidate underneath it, and eventually then we can break through. Yeah, that's kind of what I'll be looking for, if possible, to kind of continue this move up. That will be what I'll be looking forward to if this is to continue bullish. But one thing's for sure, I do want us to escape this value area and get back into this higher part of this range, back above the 236. I do want that to happen. And obviously you just have to always bear in mind what I said earlier, that we are looking at a bearish, higher time frame bearish harmonic potentially. It's possible, but that doesn't necessarily mean this token is bearish. All it means is that if this plays out, you're probably getting a pullback where it peaks out, and hopefully that's going to be above this pivot, because that will be a higher high on the weekly time frame. And actually, for a token like this, which has been around for a few years now, in a market that's completely saturated with a shit ton of coins, yeah, like 2.8 million or more last count that I had heard. There's like, can you imagine, there's nearly 3 million tokens out there. It's a really saturated market, and you have a token that's been on the market now for 3 years, yeah, almost 3 years. We need bullish market structure on the higher time frame. We need because that's what people will be looking at when you got like higher time frame investors and real investors who are looking to put their value into real world assets and into DPINs and into kind of AI. They will be looking at the charts. They will be looking at bullish market structure. You know, these people aren't stupid. They know about this stuff. And actually, you know, I was messing about with the app this week, and I don't know if anyone noticed, but the AI search engine is working. Did you know that? Did anyone notice that? Has anyone used it? I was messing about with it. I don't know how. I don't really understand. I never used ChatGPT, so I've never used it, so I don't know what to expect. Yeah. But here, I would like to book a house near the sea in Italy next year, close to the airport. How's that? It's a question. Oh, well, that sucks. That's not what I expected. I am sorry, I do not have any. So obviously it needs a lot of work. Right. I would like to stay by the sea in Italy. Let's see what, let's make it a little bit easier. So it doesn't have C, obviously. So let me just change my search phrase. That's not smart. That's not intelligent. It's an alpha version, obviously. Let's say ocean. Is it smart enough to know ocean? My example is not working. Apartment. Do I need to spell check? I don't know. There's no ocean in Italy anyway. It's all the sea. So that's obviously not working. All right. So it's very basic. I would like to book an apartment in Dubai. Let's make it really simple. How many guests will be traveling? 2. How many bedrooms do we need? I need 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms and Wi-Fi. What is your budget per night? Humor me. I found 32 properties that match your criteria. Here are the top 5. Okay. Show me. Let me just change it now. My budget is 200 per night. Let's see if it can figure it out. Oh, look, it did. So I didn't have to search again. What is the availability for the first week of February? I do not have access to real-time availability information. Why not? Why not? Okay. All right. Definitely a work in progress. What do you think? Impressed? I mean, look, it's alpha. It's not a finished product, obviously. Yeah. But what's interesting is it's working. Yeah. So it is working, and my imagination of the AI is a slightly more advanced. What I think would be good is if it could plan your whole holiday, not just apartments. Like if it can do your flight itinerary, you can do your accommodation itinerary, you can do your activities. It can stitch and weave all of those together. Because something I know is that my sister, she spends a long time planning her holidays, and she often does it a year in advance. And she'll probably spend like a month searching, making sure the flights coincide, making sure the transfers coincide, the car rentals coincide, accommodation, activities for the kids, etc. And at the end of it, she's basically creating her own itinerary of all of the activities and all of the travel, etc., and the restaurants booked. So it would be good if you have an AI like this, which you can just type in, like whatever, I would like to book a vacation to Thailand for my family next year. And then it could work. You'd start off with something general like that, and then with a little bit of interaction, 2 adults and 3 kids. You could actually hone in and then it could start asking you about all the stuff, the flights, the next. So you're just inputting information or even talking to it. And eventually what it will do is it won't just kind of give you options. It will weave all the options together, and it will give you like 3 choices of actual vacations with itineraries, which you can book with one click. Yeah, so that's kind of my imagination of the future of this. And this is definitely a start, right? It's a start. So how many bedrooms? Probably 2, huh? 2 bedrooms, one of them with 3 single beds. What is my budget? My budget per night? I don't know. Let's say, will it know TRVL? I don't know. Let's see, 10,000 TRVL. Oh, it's found 47 properties, Thailand. Right. So that's like the beginning, right? But next you kind of want it to, what it really should do is it should really say, have a look at these, pick one, and then work out the dates, and then work out the flights. You know, like that's kind of what you want for an AI. You want it to really interact and learn, and then also kind of weave your holiday together, and then you just book it with one click and it just books everything. So that's kind of what I'm dreaming for the future for Dtravel. I think people, if they think it's just another Airbnb, I think you're wrong. Yeah, it's kind of like people misunderstanding what Tesla was. When if like people are thinking, oh, Tesla is just a car company. It's not really, is it? And what people are starting to see now, that actually it's much bigger than a car company. And even Elon Musk said it was. And I'm not suggesting that this is Tesla, but I mean everything starts somewhere and it ends up somewhere else. You know, a lot of companies start off somewhere and they end up somewhere else. And so in my imagination, I think this is just getting this short-term vacation rentals is the first part of a much bigger picture. And this AI search, it says AI search now, but actually it could become so much more. And actually in my kind of crazy imagination, it's a really crazy imagination, but I'm imagining that Dtravel takes over Travala. Like it's not the other way around, because Dtravel is the DAO. Yeah. In the future, I'm imagining that actually we take over Travala, and then even though Travala has integrated Dtravel short stay rentals into their platform, my imagination is that we get so big that we actually take over them and we bring them into our platform, because that's where people will come to Dtravel to search for things. Anyway, this is food for thought. So going back to the charts, yeah, it's I mean, I don't really have anything to say except that I think it's still bullish. Just bear in mind some things. This is the high, and at the moment this is the higher low, so we still have the higher low here. Now I noticed that on Bybit, like on the individual exchanges, like look, this is Bybit, yeah. So it looks like on Bybit we have taken out the high. That would be a higher high, yeah. And so obviously someone's just market bought. If that was true, then this would be the higher low here. So whereas before this was the higher low, then because we've taken out the high and we have a new higher high, that means this is the higher low. That's your higher low. That's the higher high. But obviously I'm looking, and actually you can see it's quite nice. There's a kind of like a little bit of a trend line here, isn't there? Something like that. But you know, I'm using this kind of combined chart of all the 4 exchanges, and actually you can see here that it hasn't actually taken out the high. Why is that? Because look, on Mex it hasn't, on Gate it hasn't, and on KuCoin it hasn't. So only on Bybit has it taken out the high. So someone market bought on Bybit, but actually it was premature because you can see on this kind of combined chart that it actually hasn't taken out the high. So we still don't have a higher high yet. We still don't have a higher high yet. So someone got a little bit excited on Bybit and then market bought. I think it's always going to be better to limit buy if you can, you know, just to absorb all of the selling. It's always going to be better, okay? And that way we can create bullish divergences. So I'm just going to have a look at the higher time frame to see. Yeah, I mean, on the higher time frame we have a little bit of bearish divergence, and so that could easily change. And for that to change, this we would actually need to take out these highs here. We can take out those highs, then actually we can actually cancel the bearish divergence. At the moment we're getting a little bit of bearish divergences at the highs. You've got a higher high on the MACD and the highs here are slightly lower. Yeah, so that could change quite easily. We're close to changing it, but just bear that in mind. But that doesn't mean this is bearish. It just still might mean that we need potentially to go down to go back up. Yeah, it's not always, as you know, just because the price is going up doesn't mean it's going to go up. It's always better for it to go up after it goes down and clears liquidity, like another test of a key level, because that's where people will be looking to buy. And the people who are buying now are a little bit probably watching my videos or my tweets and kind of getting a little bit impatient. But really what we want to see is a higher low followed by impulsiveness to take out the highs. So that's TRVL and Dtravel. What's good about Dtravel is that they posted an update yesterday. I didn't actually go over it. And so if you want the updates, there's an announcement section on Telegram. So definitely have a look at that. It's every Friday. James or Kevin or someone from the marketing section creates an update. Probably James. Yeah, it's James. And what's good about this update was they've actually released a new light paper. A new update to the Dtravel light paper is now published and live. Give it a read, is missing an A, to gain a better understanding of the entire Dtravel ecosystem and how we're building the decentralized vacation rental ecosystem. So let me have a look at it now with you guys. I think I've shared it before actually. So you can clearly see, actually it's quite longer, so it's not short, but you can go through it. So I think they've updated it. Look, updated 9th of October. This is an evolving document and will be updated regularly. And if you want to learn and understand the future of Dtravel and why, the why is really important, and the proposed solutions and what Dtravel is and what the token is and how this kind of all interlaces to create this new this decentralized application, and then some ideas for shaping the future of decentralized travel. Then you can have a look at this. There's the Night Protocol is a new idea, it's an invention, it's an innovation. And then obviously you've got the governance, which hasn't been implemented yet. And then you've got the tokenomics. But I think what's actually been updated is the light paper, because I can see these papers weren't updated, and this one is the one that's been updated, the Dtravel direct light paper. It's not that long actually. You can quickly have a look through that and you can see what's going on. What's this? In recent years, the desire for direct bookings has surged. Between 2016 and 2021, direct bookings increased from just 2.29% of all short-term rental bookings to 21.75%, a staggering plus 900% rise. This growth reflects the rising demand from travelers to book directly, with operators avoiding high OTA fees. I can actually confirm this as an Airbnb host myself. Like even now I'm entertaining a direct booking, 2 direct booking inquiries of returning guests. One is looking to come in November next month, and another one's looking to come in April. And the one who's coming in April, she's come a few times, and the one coming in November has come a few times. Yeah, so there is definitely a market for what Dtravel is offering in that sense. And then it goes into some other aspects of what Dtravel is, the AI, obviously, which we had a look at together, which is a work in progress, and then other things like crypto payments and on-chain reputation, and then obviously then there's a little look at the token as well. So yeah, this is quite exciting. I think have a look at that, and then you can find all of that information on the Telegram channel, which says announcements. And then if you want to go and have a little kind of conversation, you can. What else is interesting is that there was a post on X yesterday, and I reposted that from the Dtravel page, and let's have a look together now quickly. Hey, look at this. The Boohoo property added their vacation rental listings in Argentina, Chile, and Ecuador. So that's quite exciting, isn't it? So more than one property has been added. If this loads. How many is that? That's a lot, huh? That's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It looks like 23, 25. So they've added 25 properties in one go. Look at that. And this is what you're going to see more often of. You're going to see professional operators in interesting parts of the world who are going to actually go, wow, this is really good. Let's, you know, I want to add my properties onto Dtravel. And look, you can come into this cabin in Chile. If you want to, cabin classic accessible in Chile. I'd go there. Quinte. They're on Airbnb as well. So look, you see that? They're on Airbnb. So this is obviously a business on Airbnb. And now they're kind of branching out, and they've created their own direct booking site on Dtravel. How many properties do they have on Airbnb? Doesn't say. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't say how many properties. It just gives you the different locations. 520